Yeah.
No, he did it to hurt us. Donald Trump is as big a traitor as Benedict Arnold. To the Constitution, well, all you have to do is walk around Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles to find out how big a traitor he is. I think it's great that we eat our own.
Yep.
I think it's great that we bash those people who are out helping us.
Right.
And if Stephanie Miller's the closest thing to far right-wing radio on Sirius XM, then have I got news for you. There's a whole channel that Stephanie needs to go over. But, oh my God, can we just stop being single-issue voters?
Seriously.
You're causing every bit of chaos that's happening right now. Did you guys have some questions? Were we here to talk about something?
Yes.
I need this double.
Apologize.
I need this double espresso right now.
Well, as you know, so was that a slip up? Trump twice saying he's going to Russia, or is he just going to give Alaska to Russia in the along with half of Ukraine? What do you think is going to happen Friday?
Look, the diminished mental capacity of Donald Trump is legion. Jasmine Crockett said this the other day in by the way, if no one's seeing this on Real Speech TV or Free Speech TV, Stephanie's mug is like a 64-ounce coffee mug. And let me tell you, she needs it.
This is water.
Yeah, okay. And margaritas. And, Jasmine Crockett said this the other day. She goes, there's two standards. There's the standard for Democrats, all right? And then there's no standard for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And this statement is the no standard statement. No one in media would come up and say, excuse me, Mr. President, are you confused? You're not going to Russia. You're going to Alaska, although you might think it's Russia because the Russians are claiming that they want it back.
Right. It's upside down world. You retweeted Military News, who said Trump said that Zelensky had failed to do anything to end the war in 3.5 years, which is why he was not invited to the summit in Alaska. Oh my God. I mean,
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
No, go. You go.
Yeah, okay. Fighting nonstop for 3.5 years to protect your people. Killing and wounding over 1 million Russian soldiers. Devastating the entire inventory of Russian tanks. They're so far down in tanks, they are going back to tanks from World War II and the Korean War to put in there, right? Creating 1 million. Trump's idea of an effort is that Zelensky did not surrender to Russia over the last 3.5 years. And that's it. You're going to see this week. I wrote a whole Substack on it. The bottom line is this. Trump wants a concession out of Zelensky that will reward Russia for their invasion. Did you see the other stupid statement that Trump said?
Other? Like there's only one?
No, well, I had to check myself there. I didn't want, Girl from Ipanema playing. But he made this stupid statement where he said that Russia earned what they had.
Oh, God.
Yeah, earned it
I
by
missed
mass murdering up to 30,000 civilians, kidnapping 20,000 children, killing almost 100,000 Ukrainian army soldiers. You don't earn that as a dictator. But in Trump's mind, yes, you do. When you kill, you should be rewarded.
By the way, your piece, brilliant as usual. Everybody go. It's Trump, Putin, now comes the betrayal. You said Trump is set to do to Ukraine what he did in Afghanistan, negotiate with a terrorist for his own profit.
Yep.
I mean, don't even get me started on blaming Biden for Afghanistan when he's the one that negotiated with the terrorists, cut the Afghan government out of it, wanted to invite them to Camp David on 9/11. I mean, he is a traitor 24/7. Go ahead.
Yeah, meta-narrative training again. You guys know I like to give you meta-narrative training at least once a month. When someone comes up to you with that stupid statement that said, Biden lost Afghanistan, there were 13 soldiers killed on the last day of the war, okay, you need to say, that's a lie. Joe Biden did not secretly negotiate with the Taliban terrorist group for 3 years in secret, cut the government of Afghanistan completely out of all of the negotiations, secretly released 5,000 of their most hardened terrorist fighters, including the current leader of the Taliban, then launched that, removed 13,000 U.S. troops, cut it down to 2,500, order every air base in Afghanistan closed, and then secretly order in the first week of January 2021 that all U.S. forces were to just abandon the country, but the Joint Chiefs didn't take it.
Yeah.
Donald Trump turned that country over to the Taliban, and in 6 months, those 5,000 men blitzed that nation and collapsed it.
So,
Did I mention that he wanted to sign a peace treaty at Camp David with the people that helped carry out 9/11 on 9/11?
Yes.
I don't want to hear it.
I know.
Anyone who says this is a liar.
And by the way, you said every day on the campaign trail, Trump said he would end the war in Ukraine in just 24 hours. First of all, like Zelensky said, how do you have a meeting about the future of Ukraine without Ukraine there?
Right,
so you can tell what he's getting ready to do. You said
he's done it in Afghanistan.
And by the way, I love you said to Trump's chagrin, the ambush in the Oval Office with Zelensky didn't work, and he came out stronger than ever. He quickly signed deals with the European Union. In an instant, American arms manufacturers who had dominated global sales since the beginning of our Cold War were suddenly finding out that America could no longer be trusted. Sales for multi-billion-dollar F-35 stealth fighters plummeted. Spain, Canada, Switzerland, Portugal have all backed out of the deal in which Lockheed Martin was going to make as much as $500 billion. I mean, it is extraordinary the damage he has caused to America and Americans.
It's almost as if he works for Moscow. Right. It's almost as if he works for China. Right? He is literally disarming this country. How do you give the Defense Department $1 trillion but find us weaker? And that, I believe that was in last week's Substack about Benedict Arnold ripping down the defenses of West Point, and telling everyone he was building new construction fortress. Yeah. No, he did it to hurt us. Donald Trump is as big a traitor as Benedict Arnold. To the Constitution, well, all you have to do is walk around Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles to find out how big a traitor he is.
The bottom line is if you snore now, you are at heightened risk of requiring a CPAP machine later. So now is the time to stop snoring. One of the smartest, fastest, easiest ways to stop snoring is Zyppah. Zyppah is the comfortable doctor-designed mouthpiece that can stop snoring as fast as the first night. Don't be fooled by imitators. Zyppah was proven in a 600-patient clinical trial, and with over 500,000 units sold, Zyppah is the stop snoring device that we trust. No more being nudged awake for snoring. No more sleeping in separate rooms. No more feeling tired and foggy all day due to lack of sleep. Look, this may be your last best chance to solve your snoring problem now, or face having to wear that CPAP mask later. Zyppah, that's Happy Z spelled backward. I want you to try it with my special discount. Get 20% off and free shipping if you visit zyppah.com. Use that promo code SNORE. Again, the promo code is SNORE at zyppah.com.